Like the sign says, I'm Topic Echo, and today I'm bringing you a collaboration with design, and this is some domination on the map WMD. If you're interested in the wildest, wackiest and most skillful trick shots in the business, then please follow the link to Mr. Design's channel in the description of this video. It won't be time wasted, unless you're one of these people that get shitty when others are better at something than you are. So why the collaboration? And the real reason for it is to provide you guys with something that you haven't really seen before, and that is somebody who is a high level gamer, particularly on the Call of Duty series, and then to see them trying to apply that background, apply that experience and skill to a game that they haven't really played in the past. And what I'm here to do is to kind of pick out some points of strategy and some points of things that he's doing well, some points of things that he will have to do better once he gets used to the map, and to really give kind of a little bit of a guide into several months into the game for people who are still starting. Because the one thing that I have noticed is that people are starting off on multiplayer all the time, and they will continue to do that for a long time, you know. And the reason for that is a lot of people have only just bought the game, and then a lot of people tend to play through the campaign modes and they don't even realise that multiplayer exists, which is where I was not so long ago with Modern Warfare 2. I didn't start on the multiplayer till I'd played through the campaign a couple of times, and then I'd started trying multiplayer as kind of just something out of boredom, and then fallen in love with the idea. So this is the reason for the video, and I hope you pick up a couple of interesting things from it. This video serves well as a follow-up and a comparison between, and indeed a contrast between, the first video that I did for design, or with design, which was episode 3 of my community service series, which is worth checking out. The difference, what you'll notice from that video, is that it was on the same map and the same game type, was that he was using an MP5 and his style of gameplay was very different. And now he's using an M16 and he's changed his gameplay style from run and gunning to not camping, but he's controlling the engagement. He's getting himself into positions where he knows that people are going to come, normally by using a UAV, and then he's giving himself a fair run. So he, like that, those sort of distance, then he's making sure that he's at mid to long distance when he's taking these engagements on, and he's getting into positions where he's going to use the accuracy and the power of his weapon and just wait for people to run to him. So he's really using the map. He's finding himself good positions, good reasonable cover where he can overlook certain areas, and then he's using the M16 in order to dominate. So that's a really important point, and something that I don't think that I think a lot of people who are bad Call of Duty players, this is one of the main reasons that they are bad players, and that is that they don't match their classes with the style they intend to play on the game. See, what design's got is this M16, right, which is a mid to long range weapon with a lot of power, and the way that he moves around, he's constantly checking corners and he's constantly managing the engagement to be mid to long range, to the perfect range of his rifle, where his rifle is going to dominate whatever the other person's got. Equally, when he had the MP5, he was getting into very close call situations, because again, that was where his weapon was going to make the best difference. And people need to understand that when they pick a class, they have to pick a class to emphasise and to maximise the effect of whatever style they're going to play. If you're going to run and gun, you shouldn't take a burst weapon, but he takes the class to suit what he's doing. Now, the weapon's true. The only thing that's untrue about that is he's actually outfitted ninja and lightweight, which is actually a pretty common mistake in Black Ops, particularly for people who had a lot of experience on MW2, and that is that they think ninja is the same thing, or that ninja is powerful on Black Ops, and of course it actually isn't. In Black Ops, ninja is next to fucking useless, unless you're playing MLG and somebody's got Astros and they're going to be sound whoring you. The value of ninja is very little, mainly because the fact that there's no heartbeat sensors, which were probably the bane of MW2, and because of that, ninja had value on MW2, whereas on Black Ops, just being able to have silent footsteps doesn't really seem to do much. But that leads me really to one of the biggest problems of any new player on Black Ops, and that, or any FPS really, and that is understanding the class system, understanding the perks that are in the game, and making sure that those perks work best to suit your various different styles, and you equip different classes for different ways that you're going to play, and have it all complementary and helping each other to give you the best result possible. So coming up, design's going to take a born at the fact that he doesn't really know the map yet. Always funny to see. So regarding like people who are starting the game or who are taking maybe their first or second prestige, what you're always going to do when you start the game is you're always going to try and work out the perks and the weapons for yourself, and that's just a guarantee. So you need to be able to do that, and everybody has their own styles and their own preferences anyway, so you're always going to do that. What I would say though, as a general point and something to bear in mind, and Mr. Design has shown this in his own games here, is the value of the two default weapons. So what IR has done in this game is he's used the M16, and what he's done is he's got himself into areas where he's going to be covering the flag from a reasonable cover, and then he's taken it into the range that's best for the M16, which is medium range. And so he's got himself into a position where he's always going to have people coming towards the flag and coming into his cross sights and then taking them out with the power and the accuracy of the weapon. What you're now watching is him swapping his secondary out for a FAMAS, and now he's going to hunt people down and do more run and gunning. And he's sensible, because like when he's doing the run and gun, he's on a full auto weapon, because he understands the need to not get caught with just his cock in his hands. That when he meets people at short range or people moving fast, that the full auto is an absolute requirement. So again, he's just using his brain, depending on what style he's going to use and how he's going to manage the engagement. He's changing between the first and the second, which again shows excellent strategy. But going back to the last video, it's the same principle in the last video when he was using the MP5, just about using a weapon in the situations in which it's best suited. So considering Design is new to Black Ops, what other advice can we give him in order to help him to build complementary classes towards his playing style? So as a quality player, Design definitely understands the idea of building classes around to complement the playing style. So that's great, so he's well above the curve in that sense. Now for Black Ops, what he's going to have to understand is that it's very different to Modern Warfare 2 and other games, in the fact that the unlocking of equipment, perks and weapons isn't done purely on the basis of achievement. So it's not done purely on the basis of rank, of XP, of leveling up. And those previous games had a very vertical hierarchy when it came to that sort of stuff, whereas with Black Ops it's not quite as simple as that, because so much of the equipment, perks and weapons are based around COD points. They're all bought by COD points, and so it gives an extra level of strategy about how you build your classes. And so as you work your way through each prestige, that strategic element of how you're going to spend your COD points and how you're going to build those classes and how efficient and sensible you are with that COD points becomes huge, because it is the case in Black Ops that the majority of money that you earn on each prestige comes towards the end of each prestige, where you've got absolutely no problem in getting COD points, whereas when you actually need it, when you've got no classes and you're trying to build back up and be competitive in the game, you really struggle to keep COD points. So everybody is going to experiment with perks and weapon attachments and weapons, because that's part of the fun of the game. So that's going to happen, that's fine, right? But saying that, the more sensible you are, the better, because like Designer showed you, that the M16 can be a quality weapon and the MP5 can be a quality weapon as well. So you want an M16 with a sight and potentially a silencer if you want to run that route. And with the MP5, what you really need is extended mags, because the reload time is so small. And so both of those weapons are extremely usable, and they're among the best weapons in the game. And equally, the Enfield becomes available on rank 8, which you should get to rank 8 normally within like 2 or 3 games, so it's fairly early as well. And that's an assault rifle which has pretty much the exact same characteristics as the AUG and the FAMAS that comes later. There's very little actual difference between the 3 rifles, although people seem to favour the FAMAS in a huge way. There's very little difference. So the point is that if you don't end up spending loads and loads of money on every weapon and emblems, etc., then that gives you a chance to spend your money on perks. And if you spend your money on perks and find the perks that complement each style, the earlier in each prestige you do it, the better, because that gives you a quicker chance to get to the pro perk. And once you have the right perk for your style plus the pro, then that actually gives you a justifiable, real life advantage over people. So my advice is M16 with a sight, MP5 with extended mags, and then the Enfield with either a silencer or extended mags, whatever you want to do with that. And then once you've got those weapons, to leave off to concentrate on perks and then to get the equipment. And what you'll find then is that when you're building towards the pro perks, you'll get a lot of COD points, and once you get those COD points are for play. So that's the end of the game. Unfortunately, it was a loss, mainly again because of crap teammates. Really good effort for somebody who's still on a really low rank, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got some tips. Thanks very much.